Good morning, welcome to Satsang. Nothing ever happens. It must indicate something else, because to me everything happens. Everything happens to me. Even the experience sometimes that nothing happens. It happens to me. So, to say nothing ever happens must indicate somewhere something where me is not. So me is not there also to catch it, to know it, to describe it. So me cannot think of it. And in not grasping any thinking, it's here. What to say more? Whatever it is, it looks like it's always available when one doesn't try that it happens to me. Whatever it is. One consequence of that is that the search for it vanishes. It doesn't mean that one understands better, but the search vanishes. The belief in the seeker vanished. So if you have any question, any consideration, any inspiring sentence, welcome to share. It is said that the best teaching is silence. But it's not like you know what is silence. It's silence because one cannot go there. I insist, if there is still any talk in your mind, just express it. Even if you know it is the mind. Yes. coming.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, for me the same thing happened just now as it did last time, the first time I was here, where you spoke of something and yeah, the questions, they vanish. And I do get this feeling of like there's something tangible in the air that is still not, I still can't grasp it, but it's. And when I listen to you, I feel like I get thrown back into like a confrontation with the presence or something. I'm not sure if the words can really describe that, but for me, yeah, the questions, they vanish, and then I am more like confronted with the present moment. And if I really try to feel, okay, so.
Yeah, but you see, the present moment cannot be confronted because you are not there. So if there is a confrontation, there's something too much, I must say.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you can choose, or you stay as a me, or you let it go and whatever remains.
Yeah, my question was, as you, the confrontation is, I think, I feel something uncomfortable.
Yeah, because there is two. There is you, and there is the presence of the moment. So it doesn't go together, in fact. It must be me, you, who project some idea of how it is when nothing remains. And you call it present moment because you heard it that thousands of times. So here I would risk not to hook at any confrontation. It's an hallucination. There is no confrontation here.
But I feel there's something that is tangible in the room that is not, that I can't grasp, but I feel like that is there.
Yeah, but you see, if you trust feelings, you will be misled, because this feeling will vanish maybe when the satsang is finished, and then what you will do? You have not to trust anything which appears, because they go on changing all the time and they are different for everybody. So there is no something like we say true or absolute there. Unless you come to have an experience, then I have nothing to say. But if you want to know who you are, you have, for once at least, for a split second, you have to discard any experience. And so, any experiencer, because there is no experience if there is no experiencer. They are together. For that, whatever comes to you, you don't hook at it. For once, don't hook at it. Do you understand me?
I think so.
Okay. Tell more, tell more.
And then what?
Then what? Just do it and then we see.
The question that would pop up in my head, like then where else to look if not at the experience.
I don't look. Who told you to look all the time? If you look, there is someone who looks. And then after you complain, you say, oh, but then I is there all the time, and then that's how you speak of a present moment, confrontation. It is I, because of the so-called power or omnipotence of I, that you speak like this. So, but you see it. What you described, you see. That's why you can describe to me. Yeah? You see that you feel this and that. That's why you can describe. So why don't you simply for a moment keep quiet from where you describe? Who cares about the description? It will go on changing and everybody has a different description. So from where you tell things. You have not to go anywhere, it's there anyway. That's why you can describe. But if you search what is it, you just have to keep quiet from where, at least a split second, from where you describe. Can you speak of confrontation here?
Well, all I get is, I think, for me it's an image, but like this, what you described with with a split between.
Yeah, but don't look at it for once. Don't look at anything for once. Once. It's not. I don't ask you to make a practice of it. It's not possible. Otherwise, you may eventually fall into samadhi and whatnot, which are anyway starting and finishing. So, you see, satsang is to show up exactly that. Nothing ever happened. Something one cannot know, but the wise speak about. So, somehow there is for some people, an attraction to know what they mean, what is it. And the indication is always that. Don't hook at anything which rises. So don't go somewhere. Just remain where you are, and for once, don't hook at anything. To make it obvious that you are always, or that is always there. So it will not be the accomplishment of someone. If it is the accomplishment of someone, it is in time. And don't worry, the accomplishment will go away. So why to accomplish that?
Thank you.
That's why you see, it cannot be described. Whatever you described of what you have seen or attained, it will not last. It was interesting yesterday. Someone sent me some satsang of someone, and finally the discovery of that one was in a way interesting, because he was speaking about space. That is like space. So I would have said, it seems in terms of description it's like space, but you cannot say that that is space. And if you say that is like space, it's space, then you start to have a real delirium in whatever you speak, because nothing which is said will last. So it cannot be what is indicated by nothing ever happened. So you have to be very careful to try to express what it is. You can't. You simply can't. You are that as anybody else looks like. And the descriptions will be personal. Only personal. So it's of no use to teach how it is, what it is. But you can teach to remove your concepts. Yeah, maybe you take the mic.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
So it's mean like I'm here only to accept what's happening and not to do anything else in life.
More you accept, more you are, less trouble probably you are. It's a nice attitude of life.
Thank you.
If it is possible.
If I want to be quiet, this is what I'm understanding.
But the real keeping quiet, I think, I would say, is prior to acceptance even.
Thank you.
Yeah. When it is said prior, it's an indication because there was a platform, you see, where otherwise this prior is not prior. It is just here. It is just, you have not to go anywhere to not to be me, not to be I. I is rising after. Looks like. In satsang, after all, it is to shake the base we land on, which is I am born, I am this body-mind. And it's true that in the world, that's what you experience all the time. So there is this base. So with the question which is thrown out in the mind, and if a mind catches it, because it looks like, oh, what is this? who am I? Who is this I? That probably is the direction of all those sayings, nothing ever happened. Or it's always here, something said like that. I mean to say, so when there is a platform, there is always a direction. So or you go towards objects, or you go towards the source. It's always a direction, which looks the only thing you can do. But if you question this platform, then there is no platform. Having no platform, how an happening can come. Something like that.
Hello.
Yeah.
My name is Miyuki, and I have a question about. My question is it possible to pursue our passions and the things that we love, and at the same time completely letting go of the I and accepting? And how would that look like according to you?
Oh, you see, the life continues. If you don't die on the spot, the life continues, and whatever is attached to this temperament will go on. If you're a passionate one, passions will be there. If you're a quiet one, you retire more, you are more introverted. It's not in your hands much. But it doesn't mean anything about what is. That's why you see it is not by restraining your desires or your passions and all those things in life that you can reach what is. This is the expression of what is, expressed in every person's, every being's in this world, universe. It is not by doing sadhanas and practices, even though you need a lot of practices perhaps and maybe and very often to hear, to be able not to be rebellious in hearing, you have nothing to do. To bear that scandal. So any life is not less or more the expression of that. Everything is the expression of that. Yeah.
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
We speak a lot about who am I? If it exists, this response of this question, And if it exists, what after? What is after?
This question of after dissolves.
But if we
If
found,
dissolves, and
if we know who am I, what after?
there is no after.
So it's just a process. What is important?
I would not speak like that. You want that I describe what it is? I cannot. Logically, you cannot because you are it. Whatever you are, you cannot project, you cannot objectify. And if it is objectified, it is objectified, but then it's in time and space, and it's that, but in a limited form. So, what is the question? You wonder about what it is actually. Yeah, me too. Me too. But you see, it ended my search. For that, at least so far, that's what I believe. For that split second, definitive and radical, so that your search goes, I said always, whatever arises, don't take it for once. Don't take it. It means it doesn't speak about that. Something will never speak about that because you are it. You don't need to reach there. You are it. But not as a mortal person, not as a human, not as you think you are. So the pointing is to remove all what the mind presents, and it can be also in the form of the body. So let it be sensual experiences, emotional experiences, conceptual experiences. Don't attach yourself for once to that. To see the obviousness of what we cannot know. So,
Thank you.
it's really like this example of, you see, you wear glasses, and then you search your glasses. You search for your glasses, and suddenly you say, oh, what's going on? They are there. That split second. Because we always search somewhere. Somewhere. Of course, as human, this body searches for happiness or always something more heavenly. But you see, you have to know this is the person, this is the body, this is the life of this world to prefer, and this is totally natural to be well than not to be well, and so on. But as this world is dual, nothing will last. And that is the drama of the human. Even my life will not last. And there is a voice, old like Buddhas, which speak of something. They say, who you really are is not only this body. You see? So maybe it is that direction where they speak of, let's say, peace, even if it doesn't describe well whatever it is. And having seen that, it doesn't change the dual life. But you know that it's what is, and so you can always take refuge there. It's never away. So in that way, it's, well, like that. But at least with this pointing out, you don't project the unknown, whatever name you give, or the self or the divine, or whatever name, it doesn't matter. It's a name because, which is so abstract because we cannot describe. But outside, you don't put it outside. It's what is, it's what you are. Yeah. So you have not to obey anything. You are. You have not to please any power, superior power and whatnot. Liberated from the tyranny of projections. And yet I have not the arrogance to think that it's even like that. Who knows? I just trust the path I followed, which was not this, not that. And not that the split second is the result of it, but when you have a mind less crowded, who knows? Or you need a mind less crowded, or you need such a fire and a need to not to go where you always go. So you need some fire, something to give, to have a glimpse of it. And that's enough. And my master, I repeat his words because I love them very much. He said, once you have a glimpse, don't make anything out of it. Because you see, we generally, the teachings rises from a glimpse, but then someone makes something out of it. Don't make anything out of it. That's the beauty.
So the glimpse, because I don't know what it is, I've never experienced it. Do you get to? I mean, I know we're here, so hopefully, maybe one day we can get it. But can you pray to get it?
Pray?
To pray, to ask. Can you?
Why not? You can pray for everything.
Do you think it will come? Maybe it could do.
Don't doubt then.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Don't doubt.
And when you say nothing ever happened, it means, I think it means, does it mean nothing ever existed? There's no existence. Existence.
I don't know
in the
what it
physical.
means.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
But I know that doesn't mean something which can happen.
Okay.
Do you know what means God? Do you know what means absolute? Real silence? Do you know?
No, I
Nobody
don't
knows.
know. I don't know, but
Nobody
people
knows.
seem to know.
They are
Yeah.
pointers. Nobody knows.
Right.
But what is known, it's what it's not, or what is not to know, it's the limited expression of it. That can be known.
And also, when you go into the silence, it's like you don't see anything, you don't look anything, you don't look for anything. You just like that,
Just like that.
without looking, without. Then you're in that silence. Is that so?
But you are there? When you are there, you would ask the question?
No, I'm just wanting to know your expression of it. Is that what it is? Because there's silence of not thinking, but is that the real silence that we are talking about? Maybe not. I don't know. Because with silence is the word we use for not speaking, for not maybe thinking. Because when I'm completely not there, I even though I'm watching now inside, it's not there's nothing there. Is that space or that thing? Okay. Now I'm there.
But how can you doubt?
Well, because I don't know anything. I'm so ignorant. I don't know
Okay,
anything.
so I tell you, whatever comes out is a trying to describe. So it becomes a thought again. It becomes a description.
Yeah.
So it cannot be what you are. It is what you are in a limited form. I would say that now, but you want to see the. You will never catch from where all this creation came from, or where it disappears. You cannot catch, because it becomes at once a creation then if you catch.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me to describe more.
No, it's because it's interesting when you hear something that you feel that you know it sounds really rich, beautiful, whatever words are. And so then you think, oh, I think I'd like to experience this. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here for that. I'm supposing, because it resonates like this. It's understanding like this. So that's why I'm speaking, and then I hear where I say, what is that? So that's why I've got this in my hand for the moment. But it's fine. Everything is fine. If I don't get it, if I get it, doesn't matter.
You really think everything is fine?
Yes,
You
it's
have
just
a good
interesting.
character. You're a good character. So I would tell you, don't doubt, that's all. Don't doubt.
Don't doubt, yeah. 'Cause I doubt
Don't
it.
doubt.
Good, good. Thank you.
When you're talking about this glimpse, and then you say it's not about an experience. So is this glimpse an experience, or how can it not be an experience?
We say a glimpse because the mind makes it a glimpse, in the sense of there was a moment of no mind, probably. Let me try to describe. And then you never knew that before, so you say, oh, I am that. And then the mind rises telling, I am that. Oh, and then it's like this, all the opposite of whatever you have known so far. And you listen to the mind, so it makes it a glimpse. Suddenly you own what was impossible to own through the mind. So you go back to your mind, you see. But that's nothing wrong to go back to the mind, because as long as this lives, it will be like this. But you go back to the belief that the mind will tell you something true. And so you will say at some point, oh, I lost it, because you have other experiences than what you see. It's like when you plunge into a river, when you go out, when you go back to your mind, you are still wet. You can still describe and feel those experiences, but after you dry, and then what? It looks, oh, I lost it, I have to plunge again. So, like that.
That sounds a lot like an experience to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. So you make it an experience by describing and believing that this description is it. You will speak of absolute, you will speak of space, silence, and whatnot, or even being. But then you see, because you make it an experience, you believe that the description is true and real, then you are fact, because the relativity will come back. So even those descriptions are descriptions. So don't be fooled by your mind. It can't help, it will describe, you see? It can't help.
So how can it not be an experience?
When you are not fascinated by what the mind will tell you anymore, because you learn your lesson in the end. What? It tells me I am that and I am it and I am free now. You don't listen. That's real freedom. Because I am free is wrong. Nobody can go to freedom. But the mind will say, oh, I'm free from my concept now. Yeah, he's right also. But it's an aspect of it. You are not there. How can you know? And if you know something, it's somebody who knows again. Okay. And you see, to believe I am free has big consequences, because you are free, and then what happens with your life? You can suddenly you can, oh, this is freedom, oh, strange, fact again. Oh, I have to go back there, and so and so. You see, it's terrible. Then the mind brings you in another universe, which is as illusory as anything else. Yeah. So don't make it a something, not even freedom. How do you take it?
I don't take anything, I think. I think maybe I made the mistake to expect an answer to the question. But it's okay.
You will ask somewhere else anyway.
What did you say?
Probably you will ask somewhere else anyway.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It it feels like there is, like, for me, it's, I hear a lot of things in satsang, and I can see also how that has, like, for my belief, let's say, that it removed a lot of things that I came with. And I guess there is something that I cannot take or hear.
Yeah.
And I could probably speak about it and express it in a way where I would say, oh, but I know it's the mind, I know it's this and that. But it seems like there was such a yeah, before you mentioned the platform, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like if I had a platform my whole life where I was really sure that there was something bigger or greater or beyond, or whatever word to say this, it seems like now I see, okay, it's my mind that thinks this, and whatever the mind is presenting with ideas or beliefs, I cannot trust it, I cannot listen to it. And and for some reason this is bothering me a lot.
Yeah, understand.
And now, I mean,
Yeah, but then you fall into this cynicism or negativity
yeah, exactly.
of the mind, you
Like
see.
there's nothing, and
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
But you forgot to ask who has this consideration?
It's just so difficult to get there
No,
when the other
it's
thing.
not difficult. It's so easy because you are already there. You just have, for once, not to be I. I am someone. The question helps because it's like an arrow. It's like you disappear where the question disappears for a split second. You have to be sure you see that any conclusion of the mind is still the mind. So it will only have limited aspect. So even in that direction.
Like immediately this thought that comes,
Yeah.
which is saying, this is such a frustration to be aware of the limits of the mind. It's like I can see it. It's. I mean, I don't expect any solution. I just.
It's a frustration when you stay as having that knowledge, but you are not obliged also to confine you to be someone having that knowledge. So for that now, there is only one exit to ask, but who is this I who knows that now? Whenever it's urgent and impossible not to do it for you, it will work. Never take this question, who am I, as a mantra. It will not work. Once has to be enough. If it doesn't work, don't repeat it. It will be for another time when you are more into it. I will give you a kind of proof that it will not be with an answer in the mind. When you sleep, you see, you still are. What is still there. And you know good sleep. Do you know good sleep? Even sometimes. But when you have a good sleep, the mind is not active. You still are. So it's not the result of a conclusion of the mind. And whatever achievement we have, it is in the waking state only, or in the dream, in a state with appearances. Something else? No. There is no something else. Oh!
Hi, Ganga. Yeah. Yeah, this satsang, it changes from seeing it and mind very active and trying and struggling. And yeah, so I see there that the mind is at the active part, it looks like. And yeah, always, waiting, catching things, landing. Yeah, very addicted, and it just exists. Yeah, when the I is there, then is an observer who sees it, or a witness, and looks passive. Just things comes up and goes, and
But
no
you
problem.
describe it quite well.
Yeah, but there is still the I in it, and when the
You describe the I.
I describe the eye.
Then? Who are you? You are the description?
No. No.
So shut up. Thank you very much.